Hey, Jeremy again from the Mystic Reef, talking about the benefits of a refugium versus a canister or another type of saltwater filtration. In a refugium, it's more based on the tank being alive and the natural biological of the whole system. If you have like a 3 or 4 stage refugium, you're probably going to have one for your skimmer, one for your return, one for your mud and rubble and your chaeto, depending on what kind of macroalgae you're growing in there. And then maybe another chamber for, sponges or whatever it may be. But it's definitely the biggest thing we run here. It's on every single tank, including my home tank. It really makes the corals grow, not only filtering your tank, but actually making it alive. Feeding them, slowly feeding them. The mud, more than just feeding the copepods and giving them a spot to refuge and breed, it actually releases calcium, strontium, trace elements, and a host of other, things that I could go on about that I don't even probably know how to pronounce right. But there's tons of there's 3 different kind of muds, 4 actually. We carry 3 different main kind of muds. That's going to be the miracle mud, which is the original, most expensive. The mineral mud, which is more of a sand, more of a kind of processed sand. And then there's the Walt Smith Fiji mud, which is going to be another type of natural mud. Feels really wet to the touch right off the bat. But that's some of the tips on it. Definitely put chaeto. I recommend chaeto. You could go with Caulerpa, but I wouldn't recommend it, other than the fact that it is illegal. It also does go asexual in your tank, and when it does absorb all the nutrients, over time it can release it back in. Versus chaeto, you're not going to have that issue. On the chaeto, you do want to run it 24 hours a day. Some people will recommend running it half the cycle, opposite of what your tank cycle is, but I would recommend running it 24 because you get more denitrification and just generally, more oxygen back in your tank, and whatever you can do to keep the tank going, but better and keep it going. So, another tip from us.